What is the primary purpose of effective client communication in financial services? A. To meet legal disclosure requirements. B. To support informed decision-making. C. To sell the most profitable products. D. To simplify internal record keeping. The correct answer is B. To support informed decision-making explanation. The fundamental goal of client communication is to enable clients to make informed decisions about financial products and services. While legal compliance is important, the core objective is to empower clients by providing them with relevant, clear, and comprehensive information. This approach helps establish trust and improves long-term client satisfaction and retention. Which of the following is an example of active listening when engaging with a client? A. Taking detailed notes while the client speaks. B. Interrupting to clarify points quickly. C. Nodding while preparing the next question. D. Paraphrasing the client's concerns to confirm understanding. The correct answer is D. Paraphrasing the client's concerns to confirm understanding. Explanation. Active listening involves fully concentrating, understanding, and responding to client. Paraphrasing what the client said helps confirm your understanding and shows empathy and engagement. It strengthens rapport and ensures communication accuracy. When discussing financial options, which of the following must a representative legally distinguish? A. Free services and paid services. B. Client goals and advisor goals. C. Personal advice, general advice, and factual information. D. Verbal and written communication. The correct answer is C. Personal advice, general advice, and factual information. Explanation. Under the Corporations Act and ASIC guidelines, representatives must clearly differentiate between factual information, objective, verifiable, general advice, broad recommendations, and personal advice tailored to individual circumstances. This distinction ensures the client understands the nature of the information provided and any limitations. Adapting communication for culturally and linguistically diverse clients may involve A. Simplifying financial product features to avoid confusion. B. Using visual aids, interpreters, or translated documents. C. Speaking slowly and loudly for better comprehension. D. Avoiding technical terminology altogether. The correct answer is B. Using visual aids, interpreters, or translated documents. Explanation. Communicating with cold clients requires inclusive approaches such as using translated materials, certified interpreters, or visual aids to ensure comprehension. This enhances accessibility and client empowerment without compromising accuracy or professionalism. Which of the following would violate ethical sales practices? A. Explaining the limitations of a product before selling. B. Recommending a product that best meets the client's needs. C. Encouraging quick decision by stating the product is only available today. D. Disclosing all fees and commissions up front. The correct answer is C. Encouraging a quick decision by stating the product is only available today. Explanation. Using urgency or pressure tactics, such as suggesting limited time availability without factual basis, violates ethical sales principles. Representatives must act in the client's best interest and ensure decisions are informed and unpressured. What should a financial advisor do if they receive commission from recommending a product? A. Avoid disclosure to keep the conversation focused on benefits. B. Fully disclose the commission as part of transparent communication. C. Only disclose it if the client asks. D. Mention it casually without providing specifics. The correct answer is B. Fully disclose the commission as part of transparent communication. Explanation. Transparency about fees and commissions is a key aspect of ethical client communication. Clients have a right to know if their advisor stands to gain financially from a product recommendation. Disclosing this helps maintain trust and aligns with the Corporations Act and the 6 regulatory requirements. When communicating with a vulnerable client, e.g., elderly or cognitively impaired, the advisor should A. Adjust communication to ensure understanding and informed consent. B. Speak only to their caregiver. C. Recommend the most secure product regardless of the client's preferences. D. Simplify products without explaining trade-offs. The correct answer is A. Adjust communication to ensure understanding and informed consent. Explanation. Effective communication with vulnerable clients involves tailoring the approach to their unique needs. This includes simplifying information, checking for understanding, and involving support persons only with the client's consent. Informed consent must be the priority, not assumption or simplification at the cost of clarity. Which statement best reflects empathetic engagement in client communication? A. This is standard information, everyone gets the same options. B is just trust me, I know what's best for you. C. I understand this may be overwhelming. Let's take it one step at a time. D. I've explained this several times. Please pay closer attention. The correct answer is C. I understand this may be overwhelming. Let's take it one step at a time. Explanation. Empathetic engagement requires acknowledging clients' emotions and building supportive dialogue. Phrases that express patience and willingness to go at the client's pace strengthen rapport and increase the client's comfort and understanding. Why is it important to provide balanced information when discussing product options? A. To make the products appear more attractive. B. To ensure clients understand both benefits and limitations. C. To comply with tax regulations. D. To help the client focus on potential gains. The correct answer is B. To ensure clients understand both benefits and limitations. Explanation. Balanced information allows clients to weigh risks against potential rewards. Under regulatory requirements, advisors must avoid presenting only the positive aspects of products and must ensure clients are aware of any limitations, restrictions, or conditions. A conflict of interest may occur when A. The advisor receives different commissions for different product options. B. The client asks for personal financial information from the advisor. C. The advisor explains multiple options. D. The client is unsure of which product to choose. The correct answer is A. The advisor receives different commissions for different product options. Explanation. Conflicts of interest exist when personal gain could potentially influence professional judgment. Different commission structures may tempt an advisor to recommend a more profitable product instead of the most suitable one for the client. Disclosure and mitigation strategies are required under ethical and legal frameworks. Which of the following best describes a key component when explaining general insurance product exclusions to a client? A. Focusing primarily on the policy's benefits to avoid overwhelming the client. B. Minimizing discussion of exclusions unless the client asks. C. Clearly stating exclusions and giving real-life examples for context. D. Referring the client to the product disclosure statement without explanation. The correct answer is C. Clearly stating exclusions and giving real-life examples for context. Explanation. To maintain professionalism and client trust, it's essential to explain not only the benefits but also the exclusions of an insurance product. Real-life examples help clients understand the impact of these exclusions and make more informed decisions. This approach is part of a transparent and client-centered communication strategy. When comparing multiple insurance products for a client, what is the most appropriate communication strategy? A. Recommend the cheapest product first to secure agreement. B. Emphasize the option with the highest commission. C. Objectively outline each product's key differences in coverage and cost. D. Avoid discussing cost details to reduce client confusion. The correct answer is C. Objectively outline each product's key differences in coverage and cost. Explanation. Comparing insurance products should always be done objectively, highlighting how each aligns with the client's unique needs and financial situation. This supports ethical standards and helps clients make informed choices. How can a client-facing insurance professional best demonstrate a use of a digital quote system, if permitted? A. Provide the final quote but avoid showing the system to prevent client misinterpretation. B. Use the system interactively to explain how different factors affect the premium. C. Email the final result without a verbal explanation. D. Only use the quote system in back-office discussions. The correct answer is B. Use the system interactively to explain how different factors affect the premium. Explanation. Demonstrating a digital quote system can enhance client understanding by showing how variables such as coverage levels, deductibles, and age affect premiums. This supports transparency and improves the quality of advice. What is the primary benefit of summarizing key discussion points at the end of a client meeting? A. To delay the signing process until another time. B. To reinforce understanding and clarify any remaining concerns. C. To move the client toward a final decision quickly. D. To satisfy legal disclosure requirements only. The correct answer is B. To reinforce understanding and clarify any remaining concerns. Explanation. Summarizing ensures the client has correctly interpreted the discussion, helping confirm understanding and build trust. It also allows the advisor to clarify or correct any misunderstandings before final decisions are made. Why is it important to use open-ended questions when identifying a client's insurance needs? A. To reduce the length of the meeting. B. To get simple yes or no answers quickly. C. To encourage the client to share detailed information. D. To increase the number of products sold. The correct answer is C. To encourage the client to share detailed information. Explanation. Open-ended questions invite clients to elaborate on their circumstances, risks, and goals. Its depth of insight is crucial for making suitable product recommendations. Which of the following is the best method to confirm that a client has understood their policy features? A. Ask them to explain the key points back to you in their own words. B. Rely on non-verbal cues like head nodding. C. Email a summary after the meeting and assume they read it. D. Remind them to call you if they have questions later. The correct answer is A. Ask them to explain the key points back to you in their own words. Explanation. Asking the client to summarize the policy in their own words helps the advisor assess true understanding and correct any misconceptions. This technique is part of effective and ethical communication. What is an appropriate way to use a product disclosure statement (EDS) during a client discussion? A. Only provide it if the client requests it. B. Summarize key points from the PDS and walk the client through relevant sections. C. Avoid referring to it to prevent overwhelming the client. D. Email it without discussing the content. The correct answer is B. Summarize key points from the PDS and walk the client through relevant sections. Explanation. The PDS, a legally required document that explains the product's features, risks, exclusions, and other essential information. Interpreting it with the client enhances transparency and helps in making an informed decision. Which of the following is most important when introducing yourself to a new client? A. Immediately recommending the most popular policy. B. Keeping the conversation informal and avoiding titles. C. Establishing a professional tone and clearly stating your role. D. Skipping the introduction to save time. The correct answer is C. Establishing a professional tone and clearly stating your role. Explanation. First impressions matter. Clearly introducing yourself, your role, and the purpose of the meeting sets a professional tone and fosters trust early in the relationship. How should you handle a situation where a client expresses concern about the cost of a particular insurance option? A. Dismiss the concern and refocus on the benefits. B. Explain cost in relation to the coverage and compare with alternatives. C. Suggest a cheaper product without explaining trade-offs. D. Offer to cancel the discussion if they are hesitant. The correct answer is B. Explain cost in relation to the coverage and compare with alternatives. Explanation. It is essential to address cost concerns respectfully by explaining value for money and comparing how different products meet the client's needs. This keeps the discussion client-centered and informative. What does maintaining confidentiality mean in the context of client communication? A. Not discussing a client situation unless they're present. B. Avoiding personal conversations with clients. C. Ensuring that client information is not shared without consent. D. Talking only in general terms about insurance policies. The correct answer is C. Ensuring that client information is not shared without consent. Explanation. Confidentiality means protecting a client's personal, financial, and insurance information. Sharing such details without explicit permission is unethical and could breach legal standards. When explaining the implications of each option to a client, what should you always ensure? A. Only focus on the financial gains of the option. B. Avoid discussing any negative outcomes to maintain a positive tone. C. Clearly outline both what the client gains and gives up with each option. D. Only mention risks if the client asks about them. The correct answer is C. Clearly outline both what the client gains and gives up with each option. Explanation. Effective support for informed decision-making involves transparency. Explaining both the benefits and trade-offs of an option allows the client to weigh the full implications. This includes financial costs, lost opportunities, or commitments required. Which of the following is a best practice when encouraging client questions? A. Use technical terms to appear knowledgeable. B. Wait for the client to speak first. C. Invite clients to ask questions and normalize the need for repetition. D. Assume the client understands unless they express confusion. The correct answer is C. Invite clients to ask questions and normalize the need for repetition. Explanation. Creating A supportive environment involves encouraging dialogue and clarifying complex information. Clients often hesitate to ask questions out of fear of seeming uninformed. By proactively inviting questions and affirming that it's normal to ask for clarification, professionals reduce barriers to understanding. What is the most appropriate way to help a client make a confident decision? A. Use plain language and balance guidance with client autonomy. B. Give your personal recommendation and discourage alternatives. C. Avoid giving any suggestions to prevent liability. D. Provide detailed technical analysis to demonstrate expertise. The correct answer is A. Use plain language and balance guidance with client autonomy. Explanation. Clients feel more empowered and confident when they understand their options and feel in control. Avoiding technical jargon and offering guidance without imposing a decision respects the client's autonomy. Which strategy best supports a client who is low English proficiency? A. Speak louder and slower. B. Use translation services or visual aids. C. Use written instructions in complex language. D. Skip the explanation to avoid confusion. The correct answer is B. Use translation services or visual aids. Explanation. Using clear visual aids or certified interpreters helps ensure clients with language barriers understand important information, making the service inclusive and compliant with accessibility standards. Which of the following is considered a communication barrier? A. The client asks detailed questions. B. The client is accompanied by a carrot. C. There is excessive noise during the discussion. D. The client expresses a clear preference. The correct answer is C. There is excessive noise during the discussion. Explanation. External distractions such as noise, interruptions, or faulty technology can limit a client's ability to focus and understand. These should be minimized during any client interaction. Why is documenting discussions and decisions important? A. It ensures you can remember the client's name. B. It helps speed up future meetings. C. It provides an accurate record of the advice given and supports compliance. D. It reduces the number of questions clients ask later. The correct answer is C. It provides an accurate record of the advice given and supports compliance. Explanation. Accurate documentation is vital for internal accountability, legal compliance, and quality client service. It preserves what was discussed and agreed upon, helping ensure continuity and protect all parties. When should a record of advice or other summary documents be issued? A. After the discussion to confirm advice in writing. B. Only when the client has made a final decision. C. When the client asks for one. D. Only if money is exchanged. The correct answer is A. After the discussion to confirm advice in writing. Explanation. Providing a written summary helps clients retain key information and reflects professionalism. It also supports transparency and compliance. What is a professional response when a client does not understand unfamiliar terminology? A. Pause and explain the term using everyday language. B. Avoid answering until the supervisor is available. C. Continue using the same term until they understand. D. Tell them to research it later. The correct answer is A. Pause and explain the term using everyday language. Explanation. When a client doesn't understand a term, it's important to rephrase using plain language. This ensures informed decision-making and builds trust. What should you do if a client asks a question beyond your scope? A. Say you don't know and move on. B. Ignore the question. C. Refer the client to a licensed advisor or supervisor. D. Answer it to the best of your ability. The correct answer is C. Refer the client to a licensed advisor or supervisor. Explanation. Ethical and professional boundaries require referring a client to someone with the appropriate licensing or authority when the question goes beyond your qualifications. How can you effectively follow up with a client after an initial meeting? A. Re-explain everything from the start. B. Only reach out if they call you. C. Clarify outstanding information and track next steps. D. Call daily to check progress. The correct answer is C. Clarify outstanding information and track next steps. Explanation. Follow-up ensures implementation is on track and any unresolved questions are addressed. It's a crucial part of maintaining client engagement and service quality.